We are at the Grand 14 Theater in Conroe, Texas, and we are premiering a film called E. And it's loosely based off the events that took place with Enron in 2001. And it's a fantasy fiction revenge story following a group of employees where they kind of find out earlier on, about around 1994, it's through some paperwork and things like that, that an accountant comes across. They find out kind of what could come in the future, and they try to kind of exact revenge on these guys in a fun way.
Gonna leave this town, go and meet my baby.
If you don't own my company, you're dead. Financially speaking, of course.
Right after this premiere, actually, me and about half the people here are getting in caravans, and we're going up to Burnett, Texas, where we're going to be shooting a Western. And it's called American Fish Trap, and it takes place the day after the Civil War is over, and it follows two brothers that come home from losing the Civil War to find out that one of their wives was kidnapped while they were gone. And the story kind of follows the whole story through the perspective of a genius slave who kind of gets involved in a little bit of trickery and ends up wiggling his way into some cool little twists here and there. So I don't want to give anything away too quickly, but yeah, it's going to be a really fun adventure. We're going to be shooting out on 100,000 acres on this beautiful, beautiful piece of property that we got, and we're very fortunate as well. We're shooting on an actual real historical site called Fort Corrigan, which has been around since the Civil War days, and we're actually getting to shoot like on real history, which I'm such a history nerd. It was my favorite subject in high school, and being able to actually be there for that real history that's all there. I mean, all of it's been preserved. It's gonna be really, really cool to be able to just live in that. So I was born in Burbank, California, to my parents, Rich and Andy Parker, and they were both actors themselves, and they were really not wanting me to get involved in any of this stuff just because they know how hard it can be and things like that. But my mom was at an audition herself actually, and she ended up getting asked by a separate casting agent at whatever the casting building was if I could audition for an Arby's commercial they were doing, and that kind of spiraled into me getting to be on Sunset Beach and Seventh Heaven and General Hospital and some of the other shows that I got to do when I lived out in LA. Yeah, she was probably one of the most brutally honest individuals I've ever met in my life, and as the older I get, the more I come to find myself being more like that. For a lot of reasons. I think being able to understand honesty and accept it really helps with growth, and really helps with being able to evolve as you grow as a filmmaker and whatnot, especially with the group of guys that I work with. We're all completely critically honest with one another, and I was able to show her my very first film that I ever did before she passed away, and she pulled me aside and she said, look, like, I really genuinely believe in you, and she gave me a lot of really inspiring words that I still keep close to me today. It was actually a crazy twist of events kind of that actually even got me involved with this to begin with. I actually played basketball really seriously all throughout high school, and then an injury kind of took me out of it and forced me to kind of wiggle my way into theater. And the first play I ever actually did as an actor was called You Can't Take It With You, and it was a play that the whole message of it was to do what you love, not for the money, but because you love doing it. And it completely changed my perspective on life, and I kind of ended up taking a different route, and on a whim just ended up diving into theater school and diving into film school.
Boston. One of the most intimidating cities in this whole country. And as far as I'm concerned, it's either them or me.
Say it, don't spray it, but how else am I supposed to spit? It's a combo, hot hit dropper, soon to cop a condo. Head honcho, man, I'm a muchachos, rainmaker. They rustier than bronze ponchos. Won't stop until I top the mountaintop and get the guap. Playing money trees, so I breathe success. Wise ones say aye and leave it to the best.
We're all friends, we're all really close, but we're all like a funny group together. But as soon as we get down to business and everything, it's all serious. It's all we're all professional, and we all have a common goal in mind.
It's pretty safe working with Chase, especially as actors. As in, like, we feel safe as actors working with him because he has our back. If we're overplaying something or if we don't understand the context of something, he's always there to kind of have our back and whatnot.
In this industry, it's so hard to find people who are really, really reliable, who you can count on, who have you back at the last minute. It's impossible, man. So finding this group of people who, like, no matter what, if they're in front of the camera or behind the camera, they're there 110% of the time is, working hard to be able to do this with you all.
love the idea of storytelling more than anything, because one of the best quotes I've ever heard was actually from one of my really good friends who's a biomechanical engineer, and he said that money makes the world go round, but art makes the world worth living in. And to me, that hit home so hard because, you know, our job as storytellers, as artists, is to provide that relaxation for everyone, is to provide that escape for everybody outside of a normal everyday life. And so, you know, I'm honored that I've found my spot in life to be able to do that. And so that is kind of what drives me with everything that we do.